Hello, you wonderful and amazing people. Welcome back to 9116 News, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day. We have a very special announcement to make. We have our first Mien family who arrived in the United States in 1976, Cao Chiem Sai Chao. Story is extraordinary and amazing, who helped pave the way for all Mien and everyone for a brighter future here in America, and this is Brother Cao. Thank you, Sancho, for having me on your show. It's a pleasure to share my story with you all. Also, it was an amazing day to have a meet and greet with everyone at the UMIAN 50th anniversary event in Sacramento, California. Hello, everyone, to all my friends and relatives near and far. It has been 50 years and 1 month now since me and my family came to the USA on April 23rd, 1976. I just want to share with all of you the main person that brought us to the United States of America is my best friend, Mr. Jack Huxtable, and our main sponsor was late Dr. Joseph Mortensen. I want to thank the main pastor of First Baptist Church in Midland, Michigan. He sponsored my family to come to the USA and took very good care of us. That's wonderful. To start with, it was my best friend, Mr. Jack Huxtable. We both have become friends since we were in Laos, and he was the chief of US Aid who had helped. Wonderful. After I had fled to Thailand, he had also fled to Thailand and went to work at the US Embassy as a refugee coordinator. I was in a refugee camp, and one day I had received a letter from him there asking me how things were in the refugee camp. Amazing story. I responded to him that in the refugee camp, we have enough food to feed ourselves, but we were living in the darkness. I could not see my future.
What could happen to my future? About a month later, he wrote me another letter asking me to go see him at the US Embassy in Bangkok. So I asked for permission from the camp security guards and went to see him in Bangkok.
When I saw him, we started out with just regular conversation, but a few minutes later, he asked me again about how things were in the refugee camp.
I responded to him the same thing I did on my letter, that I could not see my future. And then he asked me if I wanted to bring my family and go live in the USA.
I told him that my English was very limited and how I could survive.
And what did he say? He said, no worries. That's good. If you cannot do anything at all, but you could be a janitor cleaning floor. But if you're so smart, you could become an astronaut and fly Apollo up to the moon.
Besides those two kinds of jobs, there's thousands of things you could do. He said that at that time, the minimum wage was $2.50 an hour. If you work 8 hours, you would earn $20 per day, but you have to pay tax about $5, leaving you $15. That's right. He did told me about cost of living, that a chicken was not even $1 at the time, and that's when it really woke me up in Thailand at that time.
We worked from dawn to dark. We could only earn 20 baht, and a chicken was 25 baht. I then told my friend. I told my friend I would go back to the refugee camp and talk to my wife to see if she was willing to come to the USA. He said if I would come to the USA, he would find a sponsor to help us.
I then went back to the camp and talked to my wife. My wife said, well, since we cannot see where our future stands, why don't we go to the USA? I then wrote a letter back to my friend, Mr. Jack Huxtable, that my wife was willing to move to the USA with me. So a month later, he sent 4 agents from the US Embassy to pick us up and took us to Bangkok to prepare for coming to USA. When we arrived in the USA about 1 a.m. on April 23rd, 1976, our main sponsor, Dr. Joseph Mortensen and his friends, were waiting for us at the Saginaw Airport in Michigan. They picked us up and took us to Midland, Michigan. They were taking very good care of us for over a year. We then moved to Portland, Oregon. It took me 6 days to drive from Midland, Michigan to Portland, Oregon. After we came to Portland, we had lived with my cousin Fu Wong Pu and his family for about 3 months before finding our own apartment to live. Our sponsor still sent $150 a month to help us pay for apartment. Luckily, I found a job at Tectonic a week after we moved to Portland. After I worked for a few months and I calculated my income, I found that it was enough for our apartment payment and foods. So I wrote back to our sponsors not to send us any more money because my income was enough to feed my family. and to pay for apartment. And that's when they stopped sending us $150 a month. Sorry for my lengthy story.
No problem. Thanks for sharing.
But this is just our brief story of our journey from Laos to Thailand and to America.
That's quite the journey.
I just can't thank my best friend, Mr. Jack Huxtable and our sponsor enough, because without their help, we will not be nowhere near where we are today.
My name is Kao Chiem, and this is my story.
Wow, you did great. We love you, and you have accomplished and achieved so much. We are proud of you. Thank you so much. Cal, we love you and your family, and we definitely knew it was special to have you with us, and we are grateful to be your sponsor, and you are family. We love you so much. That means everything.
Thank you all for watching the video. We appreciate your time. We are grateful, friends and family near and far. And happy 50-year anniversary to all men families here in America. Thank you all for watching the video. You can check out Cal on his social media or mine at 9116NSX. Until the next one, I'm Sancho.